Our lead story of the day, per usual, is yesterday's White House press briefing, where Karine Jean-Pierre is questioned by Peter Doocy and others on a variety of topics from China to the economy to inflation. We got it all sorted out for today, folks. Before we jump into anything, make sure you support a true American patriot by hitting that like and subscribe button, and maybe more importantly, leaving us a comment down below. The question of the day is, if you were to grade Joe Biden on a letter grade, like you would see in school, an A, B, C, D, or F, which grade would you give him? Can't wait to read these responses below. Again, leave us a comment. Your help and support would be greatly appreciated. Well, the first segment here is Peter Doocy questioning Karine Jean-Pierre on a variety of topics because the man goes sometimes a week without getting a question in. So he takes hold of this moment, gets a lot of questions in. Let's go ahead and roll it.
Okay, Peter.
Thanks, Karine. 69% of people polled by CNBC say they have a negative view of the economy. President Biden talks about the economy all the time. What? Why aren't people buying it?
He talks about the economy all the time because he wants the American people to know that he's doing everything that he can to make sure that his policies that he's put forward that has shown that he's building an economy that doesn't leave anybody behind, that builds an economy from the bottom up, middle out. And he also talks about the economy, and when you hear him talk about the economy, he talks about how he's prioritizing making sure that we lower inflation. And that is where the American people are, meeting them where they are. He's going to continue to have that conversation.
Where are we supposed to meet Joe again? I'm confused. Like these like points that she makes literally mean nothing. In the same way, Joe Biden says a lot of things that either we don't understand or he doesn't understand, nobody understands, or just don't actually mean anything. Well, he's gonna meet us. He's gonna meet you where he needs to meet you. He's gonna meet you where he wants to meet you. Where are we supposed to be meeting Joe at? Everything this guy touches sucks. The economy literally sucks. The polls are terrible for this guy. And we're supposed to kiss his feet because he fixes something slightly of which he caused by increasing inflation to like 40-year highs, longer than I've even been alive. I mean, the average American's lost over $4,000, but it's supposed to be from the bottom up out, right? Whatever that means, whatever policies he's pushing through, that's supposed to be having some sort of mechanism of helping people from the bottom to the middle class and the working class up. I don't know what any of this is referring to. I look around and I see businesses firing thousands upon thousands of people left and right. McDonald's is literally firing 150,000 people globally. Look how many people Amazon is laying off. Microsoft, Google, you almost name the company. They're laying people off because Joe Biden sucks, but it's his number one issue. This is his number one issue, and he can't solve it one bit. One freaking bit. And then everything else that he touches again sucks too. Immigration, foreign policy, which is why Russia invaded Ukraine because he's weak. You got China wanting to invade Taiwan. You got Iran wanting to build a nuclear weapon, wipe us off the face of the earth. You got China doing ICBMs right now, launching those bad boys off. I mean, you look around, everything is disaster. But again, we're supposed to kiss his feet, you guys, because inflation lowered just a tiny bit, even though it's up since Joe Biden's been in office. Make sure you guys send a nice letter to the White House, folks, thanking Joe Biden for all the work he's done for you.
And he understands how important that is for Americans, American families, and so he'll never shy away from that. I know you're reading a poll right now. That is one poll, but he's not going to stop talking about what the American people really care about, which is what are we doing here to make sure that we are addressing the issues and the concerns that they have.
Okay, on China is setting up police stations in the U.S. There's more proof now that they created COVID. There is reason to think that there were more spy balloons than the White House has said. Why is it taking so long for President Biden to call Xi and tell him to cut it out?
We have said over and over again that the president intends to call President Xi. I don't have a call to read out to you.
This is the same. I don't mean to interrupt her, folks. I apologize, but there's so much cockamamie stuff that comes out of her mouth. All I can do is give commentary on it, which is why we're all here. Folks, this whole messaging like, well, he'll get to it. His schedule's just busy. He can't make a phone call. Like, he said he was going to go to Ohio after the train derailment in East Palestine over a month ago. He still has yet to go. He's been everywhere else. Oh, he called Ralph Yarl's family, the black teenager that supposedly went to the wrong house, rang on the wrong doorbell looking for his siblings, literally went to the wrong house. He got shot in the head and the arm. I'm not saying it was a good thing. Thank God he survived. But Joe Biden's going to call him and his family. But, you know, everything else that goes on in America that doesn't fit the narrative isn't going to get Joe Biden's attention. So in the same way here, Joe Biden's in the pocket of the Chinese. We all know that, especially probably the information that the Chinese have on Hunter Biden, the Biden family, just recently supposedly allegedly given the Biden family $3 million in money, but they're going to prosecute Donald Trump for $130,000 of hush money, but not look under the hood on anything from the Biden family. Insane. We know what's going on with China and the Biden family. We're all seeing it clear as day. And if we're seeing it clear as day, can you imagine, again, what's under the hood behind the curtain with the Biden family and the Chinese? That's why Joe Biden has it called. We all get it at this point.
This time, look, and we've said this before, we believe it's important to maintain open lines of communication with China. We believe that it is an important bilateral relationship, the U.S.-China relationship, even as we're talking about strategic competition with China. And so that has not changed. We're going to continue to move forward in that way.
And then one more. So Monday, you're going to have 3 of the lawmakers who protested
peacefully protested.
Who peacefully protested after the Nashville Covenant School shooting. Have any of the victims or the victims' families been invited to the White House?
I don't have anything to read out to you about any invite.
Why?
I just don't have anything at this time to read out to you any invite. What I can say to you right now is that the president is focused on getting things done. He's focused on making sure that we are protecting our communities, that we're protecting our schools, that we're protecting our churches, we're protecting our grocery stores.
Does anybody believe this? He's laser focused. I mean, we've heard that term laser focused. Joe Biden hasn't been laser focused in literally decades. Don't give me this. Don't give me this. We've all seen the guy with the teleprompter. Okay, he gets lost. Don't tell us he's focused. He's not focused on anything. Okay. Furthermore, she's going to say, well, he's protecting our cities, or he's protecting our neighborhoods, he's protecting our grocery stores. No, he's not. Shut up. Literally, the Democrat-ran areas suck right now in crime. We just showed Compton. Where literally 100 people stormed a freaking Arco. They stormed like an AM, PM and stole a bunch of stuff. There's a reason why REI is leaving Portland. Starbucks left Portland. Walgreens leaving Portland, as well as a bunch of other Democrat-ran cities. Don't give us this crap that he is focused and he's doing everything he can. I'm telling you, this is how she spins it, folks. And you got these people, these other people that aren't Republican or conservatives that just sit there like lap dogs and just sit there and lap all this up. And they believe it. They're sitting there just not working like Joe Biden up here. They're just, oh, look at this, number one issue. Could you believe it? Could you believe it? And you got the people in the view going, yeah, Joe's really building up an economy. Yeah, his foreign policy is great. Did you hear that, Joy? Joy, did you hear that? Yeah, his foreign policy is just through the roof. Oh, he's doing great. Oh, my God, can you believe it? But can you believe this? Can you believe Trump? Can you believe what Trump did and didn't do? He didn't do anything. And I'll tell you what, he's a racist. I'll tell you why he's a racist. And you wouldn't believe this, Joy. Joe Biden works out. Do you guys remember that clip where she got all excited because Joe Biden told her that he works out? That's where the bar's at. The fact that the guy woke up in the morning, went to the toilet, that's him working out, and we're supposed to be all excited about it. This is insane messaging from the White House, but should we expect nothing less, folks? Should we expect anything less from Karine Jean-Pierre and the Biden administration? I don't think so.
People, as we know, in Buffalo went to the grocery on a Saturday and got murdered. 10 of them were murdered. We see what's happening in our schools. And that's why he's bringing these legislators here, to have that conversation and to see what else can be done and to highlight that. That's what the president is using the bully pulpit for. That's why he continues to put pressure on Congress to get things done. Make sure that they're showing some courage, Republicans in Congress, to make sure that we're banning assault weapons. And so we cannot have weapons of war in our streets. We cannot have weapons of war in our schools. And so that's why he's bringing them there. He's bringing them here to continue that conversation. All right, go ahead, April.
I just think she's dumb. I hate to say it again. I don't throw that term around all the time. It takes a lot for me to call somebody dumb. She's actually dumb. Okay? This whole administration is dumb. If people are voting for Joe Biden, you got to start questioning their intellect. I'm sure there's some very smart people that voted for Joe Biden, but when you start talking in the realm of wanting to take away your Second Amendment rights, and they'll go, oh, well, you're not taking away your right. You'll still have that right. No, I want the right to choose which firearm is best for me, and the firearm that fits my hand, the grip that fits my hand, the firearm that's either a 22, a 9mm, 45, whatever it may be, depending on the individual, because some women shouldn't be shooting maybe a 45, maybe a 22 is a better fit. Maybe a 9mm is a better fit for them, but you want to sit there and remove what's probably safest for them to shoot and which attachments as well as modifications for that firearm is the safest for them to shoot. You want to do all that because you think, well, there shouldn't be weapons of war on the street. What an idiot. What an idiot. There's weapons. A knife is a weapon of war. A helmet is a weapon of war. A hammer is a weapon of war. Don't give me this. I'm like, we got to remove all the guns. We got to remove the assault weapon. She doesn't even know what an assault weapon is, okay? I'm not even sure she's ever shot a firearm in her entire life. And she's going to sit there and push and peddle all this stuff. I'm not even saying you need to have shot a firearm before to just have some sort of intelligence on this stuff and actually think coherently on the whole idea that there's hundreds of millions of firearms and you're just not going to just take them off the street randomly. Doesn't work that way, but they'll try. They'll try, folks. Again, the question of the day is, if you were to give a letter grade to Joe Biden and the Biden administration, what letter grade would you give him? A through F, let me know, because there's people on the street right now. There are Democrats, and we have footage of it, that literally will give him an A right now. They think he's doing a fabulous job, you guys. These knuckleheads, some of them, literally think Joe Biden's doing a good job. Let me know what you think in the comment section below.
I hope you enjoyed that clip from the Bald Brad Show. If you did, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on all our future content.